Good morning. What's up? Hold on, let me log in. Let me check this. 7 and 6. Doesn't it kind of just look like they've both forgotten how to play? 30 seconds in the quarter left. It's weird because yesterday I didn't watch any of it, but I was like watching the scores on my phone. And so when I looked, every time I looked, Notre Dame was down. And then at the end, like at halftime, they were down. And then, oh, 7 and 7, it just updated. And then they somehow won, so I don't know how they won. But I guess we'll see. I can't remember what we were doing last time. We were doing this, right? Or was it EX? No, we were definitely doing chaotic. Yeah. My brain is melting together. I'm trying to remember why I was running around Tulioli, but now I remember. That should be their nickname? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a good nickname. I wonder why they haven't thought of it before. So who do you think is gonna win? I hope Ohio State loses, but do I want Texas to win? I don't know. Are total beginners? Yeah, absolutely. Phase 1. So where we were progging, we've been like kind of on the same prog point for the last few sessions because we keep getting like new people in just to learn phase 1. But phase 1 does not take long to learn, honestly. It's like the only thing that makes it long is kind of it being random. So sometimes she'll give you like the same pattern and you don't get to see like the new patterns or like the other patterns much. So you don't get as much practice on them. So it takes like a little bit of like slow ramp up time to like fully get phase 1 done. But like once you have it done, then it's super easy. You want OSC to win just to shut the damn SEC cultist? That's a fair point, actually. That is a very good point. I just keep forgetting Texas is in the SEC now. Literally. So, yeah. That would be funny. That would be hilarious, actually. Do I hate Ohio State more than I hate the entire SEC? That's a good question. That's like, honestly, they're probably died. They just scored? Off what? The punt return? What the hell? 75-yard touchdown? Dude, fuck them. Never mind. I hope Texas wins. First play after the kickoff. That's insane. Okay. That's so dumb. But sure, I guess. I guess that is how you want to do it, right? Score right before the halftime. Good evening, Sidolphus.
Why
Good
did
evening.
the Warrior of Light bring a ladder to the raid? Because they heard it was a high duty.
For a second, I thought it said Aladdin to the raid, and I was confused. That's a good one, though. I like that. Oh, I'm lead. Okay. So yeah. Let me just double check FC. You heard it as Aladdin too? Okay, so it's not just me. It definitely sounded like the robot said Aladdin. I guess a ladder and Aladdin both kind of sound the same, so I get it. Alrighty, friends. There we go. Oh, it's weird that it's called, like, it's a high-end duty when technically it's also a raid. Me. Oh, you're already in group. You. Ugh. What are the tank healer icons off center? Oh, they are these right here. They're macros that I was attempting to use, but my brain is too goldfish to be able to press buttons and play at the same time, so I've given up on them, but they're just kind of still there. I can make them go away. And also Blitz is way better at the macro than I am. The macro spam than I am. Yeah, so I gave up on them. But I usually put like extra buttons there. Or that's technically, so the reason I have that UI element there just hidden, that's technically like my weak aura, like my fake aura area. If you've ever played WoW and used like power auras, weak auras, whatever. I like to use that as like that. Like a very base level version of that to show some cooldowns, but that's usually only on classes where I haven't like played in a long time. Culp is logging in. Okay, I'll wait on you, Culp, and then I'll put it up. Dude, you're on a controller and you still do it that well? Oh my god, how do you do it? You're sad that you have to work late? It's okay. There is still a chance that I might randomly disappear today in the middle of raid if my power cuts out, so we'll see. The snow hasn't been too bad. It hasn't snowed as much as they said it would, but it has also been raining since the afternoon, and that is now all turning to ice because it is 20-something degrees outside right now. Oh, it's only 30. But yeah, it's still wet. Still freezing rain right now, so we'll see. I guess it's not as cold as they thought it would, because they said it was gonna snow this whole time, and it's kind of just been wet. Like, it snowed a little bit at the beginning, and now it's wet. How does Mrs. Pugilist open a door? With its monkey. That doesn't make sense, Ryan, because I don't have monk. I only have pugilist. -8, -22. Oof. It's funny because, okay, this past week has been like cold here the whole week, and one of the days when I went to take out the garbage, I remember thinking, oh no, it's gonna be really cold, I should like bundle up. But I walked out there and I was like, this isn't cold at all. I wonder how cold it is. And even when it was snowing today, I'm like, wow, this is like a comfy snow. Like, it's not cold at all, and it's barely below freezing, honestly. But yeah, I don't remember what -20 feels like. I feel like I do in theory, but I don't physically remember. Like, my skin has forgotten how much that is annoying and hurts. Like, you know, when you walk outside and you're breathing and like your nostril hair freezes instantly because like the moisture in your breath instantly freezes? Yeah, I haven't felt that in like 8 years. Actually, I probably haven't felt that in like over 15 years, because even when I lived in Toronto, like none of it ever got that cold. So I don't know. Elaborate sang the theme song for Arrow. Her name is Kelly. That was actually good. Yeah, still waiting. Sorry, I'll what? Should I just put up PF or? Am I? Are we waiting on Culp? Is Culp still under blankets? Oh, and also Yuna, thank you for the resub. I got. Invite Lenora. Lenora's already in the group. What do you mean? Way to go, Yuna. Way to go, Yuna. I'm so glad you're good at reading. This is what happens when you read Iron Flame in 2 days. Your reading intellect just goes... No, I'm kidding. I'm sure it's not that bad. Oh, it was 3. Sorry, my bad. I still haven't read it. Still haven't started it. I literally took the book off my shelf, took the dust jacket off, put it on the couch. I have a bookmark in it, but I haven't started. You called in sick to finish? Oh my god, girl. Negative 15. Oof. But I realize that's what you said, but I still don't. What? That's still not good. What do you mean? Also that, yeah, I would say that's a better reason to call in sick than having to read that book. I'm not even in a thing. Oh, I see what you're saying. Reset. No, I'm just gonna close it and start it again. She doesn't read. I'm reading right now. I'm reading right now. I'm just waiting on comp before I put it in Party Finder. But I don't know where comp is. Hold on. Friends list. I don't even know if I'm waiting on comp because you guys said to wait on comp, but then I don't see comp in chat, so. Am I actually waiting on comp? It ended with a draw. Alright, I'm gonna put us into Party Finder then. Why is this also thing? Alright, sorry this is taking forever. MTQ. All welcome. No. Okay, password is 8008 on Primal Party Finder if you'd like to join. And I'll wait a little bit and then we'll start, we'll open it up or whatever. Are all slots filled from last stream? Nope. There's no guarantee that everyone is back the same way. We are at 8 of 24, so if you want to join now. New Marvel Arrival season starts and you're not going crazy. Yeah, I don't care. What do you mean? I got my Mantis skin. And now I just wait. Now we'll probably play again. So Elk had a really good idea that maybe I should like dedicate a day since we do have like freedom for now at least. But if you guys wanted to do Marvel Rivals like on a specific day a week, and then that way people could like plan for it and like join or whatever. Yeah, that's what he's suggesting, you know. We did it on what, Wednesday last time, but I think I don't know. I kind of like Monday as an idea because I know a lot of people are still like raiding. So like Tuesday, Wednesday are usually like the raid days, right? For people. Marvel Wednesdays. How is that an alliteration? Oh, Marvel Monday is an alliteration. Plus also Monday is oftentimes that the game could be down for maintenance, right? So of course, Adolphus. You can do a private lobby. Is that a thing? I mean, yeah, I'm down to whatever. For release. I can't tell if you're making these up or... Oh, you can't do Monday? Okay, never mind then. Nah. Monday is not a good idea then. Friday is taken by MTQniversity, so we could do like Thursday maybe. I want like the most number of people to be able to come, right? Because then we're just playing with randoms, right? So it'd be cool to like have a thing. The only thing with Thursday is like eventually next raid tier, I probably will have like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday as raid days. I assume. I don't know. That's just like kind of more standard. So it would cut into that eventually. But maybe we could do Thursday now and whatever. Sunday? Maybe. I'll have to think on that. We'll see. A Saturday stream? No, Saturday is also the absolute no way because that it's the only time I see Braddock, so you're not getting my time then. It does not belong to you. You lost interest in the X-Pack. That's fair. I've been there, I know that. Plus I feel like this game like loses its mind every time we're in a content lull. So it's good to have like other games that we can all play together or whatever. As much as possible. Da, da, da. Ba, ba, da, da, da. Oh, I've heard that's really good, that Indiana Jones game, but I have not played it yet. You haven't done 7.1? Have I done the story? I did. Okay, I was gonna say, did I do that story? Yeah, I did. Da, da, da. I do like the season pass skins. They look really good in Rivals. And you said that they buffed Cloak and Dagger. That's cool. I have been playing a little bit more of that. Mind you, I only played like another 2 hours after when we played together, so it wasn't really like that much time. But I learned, because you know how I'm always like kind of stupid sometimes where I just get bored and then I have to like dive bomb like 1v1 in the back line like an idiot as a healer. I feel like Cloak and Dagger is a little bit better at doing that than Mantis is, or at least like being a little bit more what's the word? Wait, what's the... Oh, okay. I see. You should play Venom. He's a literal dive bomb. Yeah, but I also like healing, you know? I haven't tried... Okay, so I did play Doctor Strange. And I'm pretty sure I played him wrong the entire time. Because I was like... Do I just hold up my shield the whole time? Like, am I supposed to pew pew? But then his pew pew is so slow that I was like, this feels wrong. And then I have no idea how to place his portals, so I barely used them. And then I was literally just sitting there with my shield up. And then like, I don't know. It just felt really boring. And then I think I misunderstood his ult because it like sucks people's souls out or something. And then what? Like, you're supposed to just damage? Like, you do more damage to them, I guess? So then, I don't know, I just feel like I wasn't very effective. But I had, like, a daily or a weekly or whatever to play as him and, like, do damage or whatever. So I got, like, the rest of my Mantis Battle Pass or whatever with that. Sue, is she a healer? Torti, yes. Yeah, if there's a spot, you can absolutely. We still have 5 people to fill, so it depends on how, you know, obviously don't rush or whatever, but if you're still here, or if there's still a spot, bleh, by the time you get home, you're more than welcome. She is a healer. She's the one that looks like Cloak and Dagger, but the Cloak part, right? No, the Dagger part of Cloak and Dagger. They look the same. To me, at least. They're like 2 white girls in like a white skin suit and giant butts. They are identical in my brain. Like the exact same thing. Similar booty, yep. So uses shields, force push in an area of denial. I see. Does she like target people with their heals, or is it like Mantis where you like right click people and then target DPS? Sounds like my Friday night, 2 girls with identical booties. I mean, listen, we like a little variety, but sure. Identical booties, what? Oh, why not? There's like random crumbs all over my thing, and I blame the child, but it's gross. Anna unscoped. So it's funny because that's kind of what Mantis feels like. Like, to me, Mantis feels like a mix of Zenyatta and Anna together. Because Sleep Tart plus, like, healing plus Zenyatta's ult. I don't know. I'm still waiting for, like, a Mercy. I definitely don't think anything in Marvel Rivals feels like Mercy at all, so that kind of is sad, but I don't know. Mercy was too good, I think. In Overwatch, that I can't imagine they would do something like that or too similar. Rocket or someone drop a tethered heal. So there's the dude the like glowy gold dude, I don't know what his name is, that guy with the staff, he technically I think has the closest healing to Mercy, because he has like a chain heal, or not even a chain heal, but like a tether heal. Is that his name, Adam Warlock? Yeah, that guy. I don't know what he's from. I don't think I've ever seen him. I assume X-Men, but I don't know. I've literally never seen that guy. Is Marvel Rivals just a better Overwatch? I mean, the state Overwatch currently is in and has been since season 3, in my opinion, probably, but it's very different, honestly. It's similar in playstyle and similar in, like, you know, team fight deal, whatever, and like the objectives for the maps, etc. But I feel like the actual characters they feel different, even though they have similar abilities to things like Overwatch. He was in the newest Guardians movie. Oh, he was? I've seen that, I think. Have I seen that? Does he look different? Adam Warlock. Hold on, let me Google this, because now I might be losing my mind. Guardians of the Galaxy 3, right? The one with like the sub story for Rocket. That one? That one? Or is there a different one? Oh my god, I cannot type today. Oh, that guy! Okay, it's the... Okay, I don't know what it is about this actor, but I don't like him. I don't know why. Will Poulter. I'm sorry, Will Poulter, if you're watching. I apologize. There's just something about you that like gives me the ick, and I don't know what. But every time I see him in movies, I like I don't click with his anything. And so I completely forgot he existed, but now I see him where he's like got like the gold shit on his face. Okay, yeah, I see him. He does not look at all like the video game character. He's like, wasn't he in, hold on, isn't he the kid in, hold on, IMDb Will Poulter, 1 second. He's in a lot, like he was in a lot of stuff as a child, right? Or not like child, but like a teenager, right? Yeah, he's in the We're the Millers show or whatever movie. And I think that is where my dislike for him started, because I felt like he was just too stupid. Like, how are you that dumb? You guys are getting paid? That guy? Yeah. That's him. Wait, he was in Midsummer? Tell me he was the gross boyfriend in Midsummer. He wasn't though, right? Or was he? No, it was Jack Rayner. That was the gross boyfriend. Who was he in Midsummer? Anyway, for some reason, I just don't vibe with this actor, and I don't know why. And so every time I see him in movies, I'm just... ugh. My stupid thing that I'm wearing. Bad choice. The Mercy movement. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. So it's not so much the Mercy healing that I am missing. It's like the movement. Mercy being as mobile as she was really, really fun. And I love high mobile characters. He was in Maze Runner. I actually haven't seen Maze Runner because I really loved the first book of that. And then the second and third book went completely off the rails that I got so pissed off that I never watched the movie. But I've heard that the movie is decent. Like a decent adaptation, I assume. But again, the first book is like completely different than the rest of the series. So I don't know. Someone shares the book opinion for Maze Runner as you. I feel like the second and like the rest of the series on its own were fine. They just didn't mesh well with like, okay. So it's funny because when I read the Maze Runner, and I guess when Maze Runner was popular as a book, it was around the time of like Divergent, fucking Hunger Games, literally like the whole dystopian team explosion, which is when I started writing my first book, because I was like so mad at that scene that I was writing out of spite because I was like, I can fucking do better than all this shit. So that was when I first started writing. And so Maze Runner, I remember thinking this, like, the first book was amazing. Like, I really liked it, and it had like such a different vibe to everything else. And then literally as I started, like, as book 2, like, as I continued reading, I was like, oh my god, this is literally devolving into literally every single thing that I hate about the dystopian teen, like, everything right now. It literally just, like, went from being something that was, like, somewhat super awesome and unique to being the exact same thing that everything else was just, like, copy and pasted. And I was like, just okay, whatever. I was so mad. But yeah, maybe I'll watch the movie. Although if he's in it, maybe not. This is amazing Mystech lore. Yeah. It's, I think sometimes the greatest motivator for writing is spite. Like, just rage and spite. At least for me. Devolves into YA dystopia. Literally, I feel like, because it was almost, okay, so I hated Lord of the Flies, and okay, I literally hated any book that we were forced to read in school. So I, like, hated Lord of the Flies because we had to read it, but it was like, I still recognized it as, like, a good book, right? So it was very much giving, like, Lord of the Flies vibes, but it was, like, a super cool mystery, like, sci-fi unknown, which I really like. I vibe with stories like that. And then it literally just turns into, like... I don't know. Oh my god, I fucking... Okay. Did you have to read, In Cold Blood, Blitz? Did you have to read that? Were you in AP English? I don't know if that was an AP English thing or regular, like, whatever. Okay. I came across a thread on Reddit where people were talking about, like, their favorite books, and someone mentioned In Cold Blood, and they're like, it's the greatest true crime novel ever written, blah, blah, blah. And then it was like a trillion replies all agreeing with this person, and I was like, I fucking hate that book. And I swear, it's literally like anything that we were forced to read and analyze completely to shit. Like, I just hate those books now. And I don't know. Like, In Cold Blood to me, I feel like was okay, whatever, but it wasn't the greatest true crime novel ever born. Or born, whatever. I saw you write Miss Born and said born. You completely forgot it all. Me too. Like, I don't remember. I remember, like, I think one scene out of In Cold Blood where they were describing, like, the bodies or something when they first came across them, and I think that is, like, the only thing I remember from that. I don't remember literally anything else about that. You got to pick your books? Oh, that's nice. I don't know. I just, everything, this is literally why I didn't go into any sort of English or, like, humanities in post-secondary, because of how annoyed, like, I love history, like, not like modern history, but, like, ancient history. Loved it. I took it all throughout high school as my elective. Love, 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 love. Took it as my elective in university, even though I had, like, no spots. Like, I took history by choice. But, like, Mesopotamia, Greek, Roman, all of that, love, love. I even took American history, which was super fun, but basically up until, like, the 1900s, and then it gets, like, then it just bores me. Like, anything, like, World War I, II, ugh, boring. But ancient history, love. But because I was so, like, annoyed, I don't know, I hate analyzing stories, and I hate analyzing writing, which I know sounds, well, I don't hate analyzing writing, but I hate doing it in, like, a structured setting, I guess. And it's why I, like, went into science instead of that. You're big in Norse and Celtic? Hell yeah. Love. Love. Like, I literally would devour books on all the mythologies as a kid. Loved it. I don't know. Okay, every year we had to do whatever Shakespeare. Do you want to know how many of, like, any of the Shakespeare stories I remember? This is an easy answer. It's 0. I don't fucking remember shit. I remember exactly what we read. We did Macbeth. We did King Lear. We did... Okay, that's all I remember. we did... Oh, Hamlet. Yep. And I remember, like, scenes from all of those, but I don't remember anything else. Like, I don't remember the full story. I don't remember, like, the themes. I don't know. Oh my god, Pharaoh is so good. Did you ever play Caesar? So I played Caesar before I played Pharaoh, and I was obsessed with Caesar. Caesar 3 in particular. I'm pretty sure I still have, like, the CD-ROM of it. We did D12 night for some reason. I think people die. I mean, I only know Romeo and Juliet because of, like, popular culture, but I've never... We didn't read Romeo and Juliet. We only read, like, the bullshit hipster ones. I remember we had to take a scene from Macbeth and translate it into modern slang. And I dressed up. I came to school. So this is like, we had uniforms at our school. I came to school wearing, it wasn't Jinko jeans, but there was like the off-brand version, you know, very poofy jeans. I was completely like thugged up, if you will. And I was Big Mac Daddy, because I was Macbeth. But I literally walked in going, yo, 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 what's up? It's Big Mac Daddy. And that was how we started our scene into modern trends. It was so fucking cringe. Like, I'm telling you. I'm pretty sure I blacked out for the rest of it because of how cringe it was, but I do remember that. Where is the footage? This was before cell phones, Yuna. We didn't have footage. Are you too late? We just filled up. Did you join? Were you one of the people that joined just now? The secondhand embarrassment. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. If there was anything about me... Okay, so I'm obviously very introverted, but I very much had no shame as a young person. So I always did shit like that, where I did like... And so that was in high school. I remember in grade 7, I want to say. Yeah, I think it was grade 7. If you have ever read Agatha Christie, which I love, by the way, one of my favorites, I once dressed up as... You know what? Just never mind, because I actually have pictures of this one, and you're going to ask for them, and I'm going to have to go find them. But anyway, I dressed up as Inspector Poirot, and I literally had a mustache. I had, like, these fucking... like socks that went up to my knees. I wore like my mom's like blazer, and I looked as like ridiculously stupidly French as possible. And I did my entire book report in French. Well, I don't know if it was in French. It might have just been in a French accent, like a really bad one. Did my entire book report on whatever Agatha Christie novel I was reading at the time. So you were basically unhinged. Okay, let's be real talk, you know, no secrets between us. Have you guys seen the holds up spork meme? Like the fucking copy pasta? You know what I'm talking about? Holds up spork. Katie the Penguin of Dune, that one. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that was me. That was me. I was not Katie the Penguin of Doom, but I was that girl, like that spoke and talked and typed like that. With like the ooh-oos and whatever. It was kind of, okay, so the big thing, and I don't know if this is like a thing with Blitz's time. This might have been too late for you, Blitz, maybe. But when I was in high school, me and my friends, we would... okay, so for all you young'uns who okay, I'm so sorry. But before, like, messaging was, like, wildly available and whatever, we used to use email, okay? And in these emails, there used to be this thing where you would send each other, they were basically, like quizzes, not quizzes, but, like, questionnaires, kind of. And then it was like, what's your name? What's your favorite color? Who's your favorite band? who's your crush? And I don't know, like stupid shit like that. Right? And it was just like this giant email chain that we would all send back and forth to each other as we would add our answers. And people, like normal people, would be like, okay, what's my name? Joe. How old are you? 12. Whatever. And then Ms. Tech would be like, what's your name? Mine. And I would literally write like, oh my god, so fucking cringe. Like, I'm Addie, ... No, but you can call me, I don't even know what the fuck my name or like what I called myself then. The MySpace bulletin post, kind of, but more cringe, I think. I'll have to find, like, if I can log into my old Hotmail, I don't even know if it still exists. I can probably find, and then for every question, I would write out this, like, insane paragraph of, like, some unhinged teenage rambling where I was trying to be as, like, quirky as possible, but also, like, I don't know. It was embarrassing. I acknowledge that now, but at the time, I thought it was really cool. Anyway. So yeah, we did that a lot. He uses Hotmail as his main email. I mean, a lot of people still do, honestly. All right, let me get into Discord. I am sorry. Hello. Sorry for the delay.
Hi.
Is there anyone that is brand new, just so I know how to cater my phase 1 explanation?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, this will be just to check your gear and your food levels, all that, and we'll go in very soon. You're brand new. Awesome. No problem. This phase 1's not too bad. So I think Hotmail, you were supposed to like...
kind of new. I think I've seen phase 1 like twice total and got killed on the first mechanic.
Sounds about right. That's okay. I think honestly, like, we can get through phase 1 relatively
I haven't
quickly.
run this in a while, but I've mainly got through phase 1, but it's been a minute, so I'm a little rusty.
No problem. All right, I'm gonna queue us in because everyone is ready to go, it looks like. Oh, let's get Discord running. The duck. So I think you were supposed to log into your Hotmail account to technically switch it to like an Outlook account or like keep it running when they close Hotmail technically, but I think it's still available. Like you still have it. You were stuck in drama class? Oh my god, do you want to know what I did? Okay, so for the school play, do you want to know what my fucking audition was? Okay, so I think this was the year that Little Shop of Horrors was the intended play, but I auditioned and I did a scene from Shrek, and I played both Shrek and Donkey, and I printed out Shrek's face and Donkey's face and taped them to popsicle sticks, and then I would hold up either Shrek or Donkey and then say the lines of either Shrek or Donkey in their voices and swap like that. That was my audition. I didn't get in, and that is how I started my stage managing career. They're just like, okay, this girl's a little too unhinged. Listen, if the theater kids think you're too unhinged, then there might be something missing around. Okie dokie. So, very first thing, I would like each alliance to be split into 2. And we're going to do 2 light parties and stack on your healers. And if you want, you can light or mark up your healers just so you can kind of figure out where everyone is. There's going to be a number of mechanics that require... Oh, you stole my number 1. How dare you? It's okay, you can have it if you really want it. But what this will do is there's a few mechanics where we do have to stack on our healers as like party groups. And technically, like throughout the fight, Alliance A will be kind of more towards the left, Alliance B will be kind of in the middle, and then Alliance C over to the right, just so we're all separated and we're not overlapping each other. And then within that, we'll have group 1 and group 2 with the light party. So 1 tank, 1 healer, 2 DPS in each group. If you have like melees and stuff, you know, 1 melee, 1 ranged. If you have multiple ranged, obviously some of them can pretend either way. But just recognize what group you're in each alliance and remember that, because that will come into play for positioning in phase 2. But we're not going to talk about phase 2 just yet. I'm just going to go over phase 1 stuff so that we don't confuse anyone or overwhelm anyone. Okay, so this is for that. So if you hear me call out healer stacks, this is what I mean. Basically relative positioning, just find your healer, stack with them. There is also a wild charge mechanic where the tanks have to be in front, and for that one, both tanks, absolutely both tanks need to be in front. You have to be behind your tanks, because if they are not there, you will die. And if you are missing anyone, it's pretty hard on the healing, so just do your best to kind of keep your group up if you are missing bodies. But ideally, we have everyone alive, everyone behind the tanks, and we're all separated again with the alliances in the relative positions, whatever here. There are flares that can pop up, and this is what the markers look like when we're actually in the fight. And each alliance will be targeted by one flare. It is completely random who gets it, so everyone just be ready that it could be you. And then based on your alliance, you're going to take it either to Alpha, Bravo, or Charlie corner, like immediately as soon as you can. Make it there safely. The flare damage is insane. If you are even slightly too close, you will kill us, so please be sure to be in that corner as soon as possible. And again, Alliance A goes to A corner, etc. And then if you are not flared up, everyone else is going to be directly underneath the boss's chin, just on the far edge of that platform, basically as far away from the flares as possible. And same thing, if you were late to the group or late to the stack or anything like that, if you're just slightly overlapping two flares, you will die, so be ready to kind of run there and pop coolies and whatever. Okay, what else? Sometimes you'll hear me call for a look away from the boss, look away from the eyeballs. She's casting break at the time, so you can, if you look at her cast bars and that's the thing you do, you can use that. But the eyeballs will spawn randomly around the outer edge, and the boss herself is also doing the gaze attack, so just don't look at her, don't look at the eyeballs, just point your character into an empty space. The boss herself will do things like, she'll do either a knockback or a pull-in. The knockback is arrow, and there's a giant blue circle in the center of the platform that will knock us backwards, and you just want to position your body towards a corner to avoid getting knocked off. You can use a knockback immunity, however, I recommend waiting to use it until, for when I call for it, because that makes it a little bit easier. But basically, if you see her cast arrow, that is a knockback. If you see her cast death, that's the opposite, where she will try to suck you in. This is very similar to the Dun Scath mechanic, if you remember, where there's a circle in the middle that she's trying to suck you into. If you get hit by that, you'll get doom. And then immediately after, there's a donut attack. So you basically want to get sucked in, but not all the way in. And then as soon as the circle disappears, you're going to run into that circle area to then avoid the donut. If you get hit by any of those attacks, you will get a doom on you. And that can be a CMID, but it's a 3-second doom, and it's very quick. And if your healers aren't ready or whatever, it's very possible that you might die. So just be very careful with that. You don't want to get sucked in directly to the middle, because then you won't be able to escape getting hit. So arrow and death are the knockback and the pull-in. If she casts N arrow or N death, EN in front of those words on her cast bar, she is just storing that for later. So if you see that, don't worry about having to do that mechanic immediately. It's just going to come back later. But I'll do the calls for that. Now, the main mechanic in this phase is right at the beginning when the platform changes into phase 1. She's going to tether the entire alliance in 2 rounds. And the position of her hand, the boss's hand when you're tethered, is going to determine how you handle the mechanic at the end of the timer. So she's gonna tether you. You look at her hand. If it's the backhand, you literally just see the back of her hand. It's covering her crystal. I'll call it out as backhand, and that means that eventually a hand will spawn behind you. If you see the front hand, the palm of her hand is open and it's in front of the crystal, whatever, that means the hand is gonna spawn in front of you. So basically, just to dumb that down completely, if you hear me say this is backhand, then you know to expect the hand from behind you, and you're just dodging backwards. If it's front hand, you know to expect the hand in front of you, and you're just dodging forwards. So front hands, dodge forwards, backhand, dodge backwards. So it does spawn relative to your character's body, so the difficulty is if you have backhand, you don't want to turn your character around too quickly, because then it'll spawn behind you wherever you turned, and you might accidentally walk into it again. So you kind of just like wait until you see, there's going to be a countdown timer over your head. You can look at your debuff countdown, whatever is easiest for you. There's like audio cues as well. She applies a heavy on you. And then when you have that heavy is when you can kind of start being ready to dodge. And again, you can either dodge forward for front hand or dodge behind you for backhand. And so this also applies Doom, and this also will apply Doom to anyone that gets hit. So when you are close to your timer, your hand timer resolving, I want everyone to kind of move away from the center, move away from the raid, take it to the corner, to like the edges, and just handle the mechanic there. Either like do however you need to dodge away from people, just so we're not accidentally overlapping people. This is probably the hardest thing for people to learn in this phase, because the timer is going to be different every time. And it's all kind of like personal. You have to like look at your own timer. There are clumps of the same timers going off at the same time, but it's not at all like based on the alliance or whatever. You just have to look at your own timer, be ready, and then when you have 5 seconds left, just move away. Exactly. Very personal responsibility. You just have to dodge it as necessary. And the hardest thing, I think, also, if you have a bad memory like me, is remembering if you were backhand or front hand. So just kind of pay attention to what I'm calling when you're tethered, and hopefully you remember that when the timer runs out, whatever. But that's probably the hardest thing. That's probably the thing that will kill other people from other people overlapping you, and that's fine. Like, we'll just do our best to keep everyone alive and recover as necessary. There's definitely, there's clouds that appear that will shoot laser beams directly in front of them in kind of like a grid pattern. They appear all together, but the laser beams that they throw out are in sequence, so you literally just move away from like the glowing lasers. Once they explode, you can move into that lane to then dodge the next set of lasers and move into that lane. It's very, it's kind of like a dungeon mechanic. You'll get used to it. You'll see it. It's pretty simple. But that usually comes before a lot of the other mechanics, so be ready as you're dodging to immediately handle another mechanic immediately after. That's where the difficulty comes in there. Okay, so I think that's there is tank stacks. Yeah, thank you. I always forget those. In that mini phase, tanks in all alliances, you guys should be group 1 and 2 threat for your alliance, and her auto attacks will start putting a tank debuff up on you, like a stacking tank debuff. Around 3 to 4 stacks, you definitely want to provoke off of your co-tank and take over. And yeah, you can just keep your stank stance on the whole time. But definitely keep an eye out for your co-tank stacks, because the higher stacks they have, the harder it is to heal. And if they die, then those stacks don't disappear. They will go off on someone else, so like another tank, and then they'll get double the tank stacks. I can't say stinks. I can't say stacks at all without saying stinks. Either way. Double the stank. Yeah, you don't want that. So do keep an eye out and make sure you provoke back and forth as necessary. But yeah. Any questions so far? I know that was a lot of information with not a lot of visual, but I would ideally recommend... everything is random, by the way. Like, the mechanic rotation. Once we see what the beginning is, we'll know the rest of it, but it can be random based on how it starts. So we might not see all the mechanics I just talked about. We're only going to see like 4 or 5 of them in one phase. And then every phase that we pull might be different, so just be ready for that. And that's part of the reason that phase 1 takes a little bit to prog, and even if you prog all the way to phase 2, you're going to wipe the next pull if you haven't seen all of it yet. So just be prepared for that. It's totally fine to wipe constantly to phase 1 until we've seen all of the renditions of it, and once we see all of them, we should be able to start like being more clean and progging through it. But at any time, if you have questions, interrupt me when you need to ask me questions. Don't be afraid to ask, etc. We can always clarify things in different ways if you need. But yeah, I say we go in. I don't know if we did a ready shot yet. Beautiful. We can go in and just see what's up, and then if it's if there's something in particular that's killing us, we can definitely stop and talk about it. Oh, Ryan, you know exactly where they come from. All right, at the beginning here, she's gonna do either like a left or right swipe or a all around her swipe. So I'll call out if it's, 1, 2, or get away from her. And she'll do 2 in a row here. Completely random. All right, this is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. You can always go to the hand that's like down, like where her fist is. We love a good gravity death. Thank you for that. And this is the other side, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, right side. We're gonna have an AoE blast here into the phase transition. This will have a bleed on it, so it's a little spicy for the very beginning, but it's not too bad. You just heal through it until the bleed goes away. And tanks, this is where you start watching your auto attack stacks. And everyone else, we are having the hand tethers appear. This is backhand. If you are currently actively tethered, you will have to deal with backhands, dodging backwards. Second round of tethers, this is palm, so if you are tethered right now, you will be dodging forward. We've got laser beams from the side coming up. Just watch where they start emoting, whatever, telegraphing. It's slightly cursed because there's a 3 clump here, just be careful. And we're gonna have flares coming up very soon. Flares, run to your corner if you're flared. Ooh, we got 2 flares, 2 flare bodies right here. I actually don't know what happens. Does it attack the bodies? Nope, they just disappear. Cool, good to know. All right, this is where you stack with your healers. Do your best. We'll try to see if we can recover here. Away from the boss, away from the boss. Away. You gotta go pretty far. First set of hands are resolving here. All right, next set of hands. This is where you look away from the boss, look away from the eyeballs. On the edges here, you can see what the eyeballs look like. And I'm just gonna, I know we're wiping, but here, go to 2 to 2, right side, and use your knockback immunity here. Use your knockback immunity. This is where you want to save it for because it makes it a little easier. This is death, so stay out of the middle. As soon as this disappears, go in. More laser beams from the edges. Ooh, that was definitely cursed. Oh, I'm dead. Alright. We're almost to the end of the phase though, so that's not bad. But yeah, I would say at least until we see all the mechanics, we might as well just try to like stay alive as much as possible so that everyone can kind of see the visuals, so that when we do explain stuff, you kind of have an idea visually what we're talking about. But yeah, we can slowly wipe here because this right here will be the last set of hands, and this right here is the transition back to the regular platform. Okay, so any questions so far? I understand that some of those deaths were probably just like snowball deaths and really easy to understand why you died. But if anyone's completely clueless as to why they died or completely unsure of something, just let me know and we can try to figure it out for you. If not, we can just go back in and try again because we might get a completely different pattern this next time as well. You didn't see a hand? Okay, so wait, did you see the tether, like the big purple tether attached to your body at the beginning? Okay, so when you see that, just follow the tether up and then you'll look at the boss, and the boss herself has like her hand very visibly like in front of her around the crystal that she's staring at. And so the position, she's pondering the orb, but the position of her hand will either be in front of that crystal or behind it, so you'll see the back of her hand or the palm. It takes a bit of like practice to kind of like recognize it, but I will call it out for you. So just if you don't want to like look at all that, just recognize when you're being tethered, because you will only be tethered for one of the rounds, and then just like listen to what I call, whether you're backhand or front hand. We did have some deaths during the healer stack, so that could be why they were a little scuffed. But we should have group 1 slightly closer to the boss and group 2 like away, maybe max melee a little bit backwards. Yeah, the way the way markers are shown right there. Okay, I say we go back in, because sometimes the mechanics do get messy when there are bodies missing, but for the most part we did see a good chunk there. Yeah, no worries, Faye. One side, left, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Away from the boss. And as you saw earlier, it's a very wide like circle around her, so you can definitely where you kind of do have to go out of melee. But you can greet it if you want. I don't care. I'll heal you through it. Alright. Big AoE blast with a bleed, and then phase 1 beginning. Tanks, make sure you are paying attention to your co-tank stacks and invoking when necessary. Alright, this first tether is front hand, front, palm. You are dodging forward. This second tether, this is backhand. You can see the back of her hand here. You will be dodging backwards behind you. We are dodging laser beams here. And as we dodge these, get ready for the first big mechanic. This is like the same pattern as before. But it is not flares this time. Be ready. Knock back, get out of the middle, put your back to a corner. First set of hands. What was I? Was I front? Was I front? I think I was front, right? I hope I was front. We're about to find out! Okay. Alright, this is wild charges. Get behind your tanks, get behind your tanks. Make sure you're lined up. Big heals. Especially if you've got dead bodies. Good luck, other healers! Yeah, see how juicy that is without people, or without everyone? It sucks. You can definitely heal through some dead bodies on your alliance. You just have to pop some heavy cooldowns.
I need to do the cleanse.
Woo, you! I saw that. Too late. Sorry. Alright, more space lasers here. We will try to see a little bit more just because this is a different order. Alright, this is us going to number 1. Number 1, when it's safe, and use your knockback immunity here. If you save it for this, you don't have to think about this second mechanic, because it always happens. It's kind of nice. You don't have to, but I will call it out that way. Alright, here are flares. Another round of flares. If you do not have a flare, you're underneath the boss's chin. Nice and tight. Everyone else is in the corner.
Also, the tanks on A need to swap like yesterday.
Yeah, we have a tank down. It's gonna happen.
13 stacks.
Yeah. How high can you go? Alright, this is the phase transition, so we can wipe here. Alright, very good. So that was obviously a different pattern. There's 2 more, I think. I can't remember, maybe just 1 more. I think it's 2 more, I don't know. So that's good that she's throwing us different ones. Last time we did this, she did like the same pattern 3 times in a row and we learned nothing. Okay, so let me try explaining the tether part in a slightly different manner and hopefully that helps. I try to simplify it. Which part is tripping you up? Like the very beginning where you're trying to identify what you are, or the end where like the hand actually attacks you? The attack itself? Okay, so basically from what I tell you in the beginning, for example, if I say you are front hand, front dodge, the backhand or the palm hand, when she's tethering you, basically just shows you where the hand attack will appear around your body. So if you were front hand, the hand will actually appear in front of you. And the way that it attacks you is it's kind of attacking in front of it. Like the hand, the way it's facing, it does like a line attack in front of it. So it's technically trying to attack you, and it does that by either appearing in the front or the back. And so what you're trying to do is you're just trying to get out of this little like line attack so you don't get hit by the doom, right? And so what I do when I do the call out, I basically am trying to just dumb it down. So if you are tethered to the palm, you're dodging forward. So literally as your countdown is, your timer is counting down, as soon as you get the heavy, you can literally just press W, like hold your forward movement, whatever, and you just dodge forward, run forward, you will never get hit. Front is super easy. If you are on standard controls, so if you have a controller or use legacy controls, you're kind of fucked for this, but if you happen to use standard controls, for backhand, you just basically press S and then walk backwards. Because backhand means the hand will spawn directly behind you and it's shooting forward, so you're basically trying to get away out of the line attack by running backwards. If you do have legacy controls or whatever, you can, like what I like to do is I just turn my camera around and basically wait until I see the hand, and then I just force myself to run once I see the hand. You can also lock on like Blitz says, yep. So you're basically, the beginning tethers are just showing you like where your eventual hand attack will come from at the end of your timer. And then you just have to either dodge forward by pressing forward as soon as your timer is at 0 or 1 or whatever, or you're running backwards to dodge the thing that spawns behind you. Does that make more sense? I know it's like, it's definitely like the hardest mechanic in this phase. You kind of have to like learn how your brain thinks about it. It took me a while because I was like, first off, I couldn't remember what I was because my memory sucks balls. And then second, I would always like turn too quickly for back dodge and I would just have it spawn. Yeah, it happens fast now, but as you see it more, it will slow down for you and you'll like recognize, okay, I have the little countdown over my head. I have like a couple seconds to position and then I know which way I'm dodging. It'll make more sense and it'll slow down as you do it more. Yeah, so if you click on, where is it? Here? Control settings? Yeah. Character config, control settings, standard or legacy type. I'm pretty sure if you use controller, the default would be legacy for controllers. But you can change mouse and keyboard to also do legacy if you prefer that. I don't prefer that because that's not how, like I played WoW for many, many years this way that I am not used to having like a standard or legacy movement, whatever. Any other questions while we wait on people to come back?
Does my mic work?
Yes, I hear you.
Yes.
Yes, it does.
My entire PC.
Play Marvel Rivals.
Yeah, it's... I wasn't even playing with people tonight. Like, I wasn't using Discord at all.
Yeah, for example,
soloing, and for some reason
this is
it
me
started
pressing
playing
S.
Discord.
If you are on legacy controls, your character automatically flips around to be facing forward and then runs backwards. This is S keying, like just walking very slowly backwards. For me, because I use, I like double click my mouse buttons and then just run that way. And then I use my camera to kind of adjust how I'm moving, like this. I don't like legacy controls because I've just always played with camera controls like this. It's how I play WoW, it's how I play this game. And so it's just like ingrained in me. It's not like one way is better than the other. It's just whatever works for you and what you prefer. There are advantages and disadvantages to some, like, I think legacy controls for certain mechanics is really good. And I have like an extra step to think about sometimes when I do my movement for those mechanics. But also, I've seen people get in trouble with legacy controls because they are not used to, or they have to understand that their character is going to physically turn around when they press back, you know? So it's just getting used to what you prefer. Oh. Guess you forgot to food up.
I wonder
Not
who.
really.
Well, it doesn't matter.
I wonder. Alright. I don't know who is not ready, but...
Lenora.
I'm
Okay.
ready, I'm ready.
Okay, then yeah, we can pull. Old WoW habits? Yeah. Very much so. Texas tied it up to 14? Oh my god, okay, keep me updated, Bomage. I don't have YouTube TV anymore, I can't watch it. And I'll forget that the game exists when I'm not looking at my phone. A first-person camera. 2, right side. Yeah, I can do that. I've done it before. I've done a blindfolded run too. It was funny. It was bad, but it was fun. This is away from her. Away, far. Unless you want to greet it, that's fine too. Alright, AoE blast into phase 1. Tanks, make sure you keep an eye on your stacks. And here we go with the hands. This first round of tethers, this is palm, front. If you are currently tethered, you will be dodging forward when the time comes. Just remember that. This is backhand. If this is your tether, you will be dodging behind you, backwards, when the time comes. Alright, dodging laser beams. Getting ready for first mechanic immediately after. It will be flares. Get ready for flares. Don't move into the corner until it's safe. If you do not have a flare, you're in the middle. After this, get ready for healer stacks. Healer stacks. Everyone separate. Find your healer. Ooh, we are missing one of our healers, so I don't know what happens, but do your best. Alright, to the 111, left side, sorry, that was super late. First round of hands, go ahead and take care of that. We are storing death for later.
Need Doom Cleanse.
Oh, we are aware. You're gonna die. Because the server tick is
Okay,
bullshit.
that one wasn't my fault.
No, don't worry about it. And you honestly don't have to call it because we can see it. Oh, I dodged the wrong way. Whoop.
didn't climb.
Look away, look away. Go to the 111 left side. And this is where you want to pop your knockback immunity if you have it. Knockback immunity now. She's gonna suck us in, get out of the middle. When the circle disappears, go in. Dodging lasers. More hands. Knock back, get out of the middle, put your back to a corner. Get out of the middle, out of the middle. I can't res. Or fast res. No. I'm gonna hard cast Blitz. Alright, this is the big AoE blast, but that's the end of that phase. So we're getting cleaner. I know it doesn't feel like it because we are dying a lot, but it is cleaner every time I look at it, so do your best. So the negative with the cleansing is if there's more than one person, or rather more than two people, because we can usually handle two, no problem. With it being a 3-second doom, it is very, very, very tight on trying to Asuna more than the 2 people or 3 people. So if you die, don't worry. It's not that we didn't see the doom. It's just that if you get unlucky with the server tick, sometimes you just can't get that second person cleansed.
I saw a tank with a doom and I prioritized the tank.
Yeah, I know. I kind of do the same thing. But if you want, Yuna, at least on our side, if you want to do, like, I'll do top down, you go from bottom up. We can just do it that way. Because we definitely are going to overlap when our brains work too similar. It's like infuriating when you don't get that second one. Because you're like, okay, I can make it. And then the server tick just says no. And yes, if you can take your hands, like if you have the countdown over your head, try to take it as closer to the edge as possible, just so that you're away from others. The less overlap we have, the better. 11111, left side. Basically, the less number of people getting unnecessary dooms, the better for healers too, because then we can get away from the boss. Away. We can actually Asuna if it's just like 1 or 2 people, but if it's too many, then it gets too difficult. Alright, tanks, make sure you keep an eye on your stacks, and the rest of us, we are waiting on tethers to come out. Alright, this is backhand. If you are actively tethered, you will be dodging backwards. Second round of tethers is front hand, palm, front. You are dodging forward when your timer runs out. We're dodging laser beams here. Getting ready for the first mechanic. It is knock back, get away from the middle, and point towards the corner. Get away from the middle. Get ready for first hand mechanics. We're storing death for later. Get ready for wild charges on your tanks. Get behind your tanks, behind your tanks. Get ready for big heals. Okay, next round of hands. Doing really well so far. Keep it up. More laser beams from the edges, same as before. When it's safe, we're running to the number 1. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Oh, I'm so dead. Use knockback immunity here. Knockback immunity. She's gonna suck in. Stay away from that circle. And then as soon as it disappears, go in. Go in, go in, go in, go in. Flares are coming soon. Where our healers are rezzing, so dooms are gonna die, sorry. In the middle, if you don't have a flare, right under her chin. Last round of hands. I'm gonna get up Yosh. Yosh. Alright, big AoE blast here. Okay, we're going into phase 2 clean. That's awesome. Good prog, but we're gonna die instantly because we didn't talk about any positioning here, but that's okay. While we're slow deathing here, just look around the platform so you have like visual ideas of what I'm talking about. So there are Atmos that have spawned in all of the intercardinals. Please kill them. They have very little health and just a couple hits will bring them down. You'll notice on the east-west there's the mini bosses from E9S Cloud of Darkness versions, and then in the middle you'll notice that there are tiles that will start to pulse with you standing on them, and they will eventually dump you into the void if you stand on them too long. The mini bosses right now, they're doing like little telegraphs of what attacks to expect, and here are towers that you'll notice have different numbers of circles in them, and that requires, or it shows you how many people per tower are necessary to soak those towers. And yeah, we'll die here. Okay, good. We can kind of, I don't know. Do you think I should, I'm willing to wait on the explanation for phase 2 until we do one more clean phase 1. That was super, super good, but it could have also been a fluke. Not that I don't believe in you guys, but it could have also just been like, whatever. So yeah, if we see phase 2 clean, once again, like that transition going in with everyone alive and healthy, we can stop and talk about phase 2. But for now, let's just keep practicing this because we might see, I think we have seen every possibility at this point, actually, for phase 1. Unless I'm misremembering. Or at least the rotation. Alright, 2, 2, 2, right side. One, left side. Alright, AoE blast into phase 1 platform. Big reminder for tanks to keep an eye on their stacks, and everyone get ready for tethers. Are tethers making more sense? You don't have to answer right now, but just remind me before next poll that it's been clarified or whatever. This is backhand. If you are actively tethered, you will be dodging back. Second round is front. If you're tethered right here, you will be dodging forward. This is all at the end of your timers. Dodging laser beams next. Get ready for the first big mechanic immediately after this. It is a suck in. Go to a corner and get sucked in. Stay out of the center. Stay out of the center. As soon as the circle disappears, go in. Okay, first round of hands. We are storing death for later. I'm gonna res group 2 tank, Naja. Oh shit, this is wild charge? Okay. What? I was in the wrong spot. Ugh, so sorry, group 2 or group B. Sorry, I completely forgot mechanics were happening.
That was certified
I
murder.
think we should mention this. If you have the acceleration bomb timer over your head, that's the countdown to the hand. Please go to the edge of the arena and don't leave them in the middle.
Oh yeah, we've said that many times.
Yeah, we have.
Someone keeps leaving it in the middle.
Okay.
That'll happen.
Yeah, I was trying to be a hero and like helping res the other tanks and stood right in the middle like a ding, like, yeah, that was bad. But yes, please take your hands out of, oops, I just screenshotted for some reason. Out of the middle, try not to overlap too much.
Screenshots, miss.
Okay.
We need a channel for screenshots.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I forgot about that. I said I would do it and completely forgot. Away, 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 away. One, left, left, left. Alright, AoE blast into platform transition. Into tanks watching for their stacks. Into tether mechanics coming up. This is front palm, front hand. You will be dodging forward at the end of your timer. This is backhand. If you're tethered right now, you will be dodging the hand from behind you, dodging backwards. Get ready for laser beams. Get ready for first mechanic after this. Knockback. Get out of the middle and put your butt to a corner. Alrighty. We are storing death for later. Get ready for a wild charge. Get behind your tanks. Here comes wild charge behind your tanks, and you're healing through a lot of shit. Looking good. Next round of hands. Remember to take them to the edges. More laser beams. Slightly cursed through the middle. Be careful. There's a 3 stack there. When it is safe, we're running to 1. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Left side of the boss. Use your knockback immunity here. Knockback immunity here. This will be death. Get out of the middle. Wait for the circle to disappear. And go in. Sorry, Yuna.
I wasn't looking at you, so I thought.
Flares to the corners. AoE blast here. And that is a pretty good phase 1. So yes, I feel comfortable talking about phase 2. Even with the few deaths here. So try to stay alive as much as you can here, just so I can kind of show you with eyeballs what I'm going to be talking about. But you'll notice that there's like an east platform, west platform, and then like the big sort of square platform in the middle with all the tiles. The Atmos are spawning. That is your #1 priority when we first get into this. Make sure those are dead. And then if you are on the east or the west, you are going to pay close attention to your ad because she's going to telegraph how you will be dodging her. And in the middle, you guys have it super easy, so I'm just going to be jealous for a second. But yeah, big thing about the mini boss is the E9S version of Cloud of Darkness. You got to pay attention to where she's glowing, either the left, right, big glow in her center, or double glow on her little tail things. All of those will tell you exactly what to expect on your side. And unfortunately, because I can't see the other side, you have to, like each alliance will have to kind of dodge as necessary on their own without my callouts for that specifically. All right, so we're gonna do this in a couple of different ways. So if you have that raid plan that was linked earlier, you only need to really see page 2. Just pull that open. You don't have to read the whole thing because you don't need to be overwhelmed, but just page 2. This is going to show us in a different way how I'm going to explain everyone's positioning. And that page 2 kind of tells you where to go based on who you are and what your role is. So, the rundown. 6 players from Alliance A and Alliance C will be going directly east or west. The only players from those alliances that are not going directly east or west are the off-tank and the off-healer, and they will be going either southwest or southeast. And then Alliance B, you guys will all start in the north, in the middle of the platform, either northwest or northeast. And then from Alliance B, the ranged players. If you have more than 2 ranged players, let us know, because then we can figure that out. But the assigned ranged players from Alliance B will come down to the southwest and the southeast with the off-tank and healers from Alliance A and C. So this is literally just pure memorization of like where to go based on which person you are inside of your own alliance and group. Okay, so which in the alliance, who has, I guess both, or I guess Alliance B has 3 ranged. Yeah, you guys have 3 ranged. Okay, so which one of you is like the acting melee? Like when you do your split to group 1 and group 2, who goes where? It does matter for B group because I need I need both of their ranged. So whoever is not acting melee needs to come to the south. So, all right, then let's get Token. You can come over here to 1 with this group, and then is this the other? Yeah, okay, then that works out. Great. So everyone knows where to go, right? Everyone knows their position at least where they're running to when the platform transition is happening.
Does Group C do this? Have their party split?
I thought so.
I don't see anybody on the 3 markers.
Sesinasu, sorry for butchering your name. They are the other range from Group B, so they need whoever's the off healer here. Yeah, you are gonna be there. Perfect, beautiful.
Sorry, I know my spot, just not the waymarks.
Oh yeah, no worries. This is just kind of like loosely where everyone has to go or whatever. Okay, so the big thing here is if you go to page 3 for the middle group, you guys can kind of see the exact tiles that you are intended to stand on. They take like 40 seconds before you have to refresh, so it's a fair amount of time. You don't have to really worry about it right away. But Alliance A and C, the ones that are directly east and west, we have it a little bit more difficult because we have to do the whole mini-boss dodging, and it's really annoying. So, the mini-boss will, again, like I said earlier, depending on how she's glowing, what side of her body is glowing, and then whether or not she's got like 1 big glow over her center or 2 tiny glows on the outside of her tails, that is basically determining what attack she's doing. She does half room cleaves, and then she also does either a partner stack attack or a spread attack, like a single attack on every single person of that group. So to handle this, everyone needs like basically either a stack position or a partner position, and you can only stack or spread on the outside of the boss, because if you spread on the inside, you are going to cleave literally everyone that's in the middle of the group and all the way across to the other side of the platform, and we don't want to do that. So around your waymarker now for Alpha and Charlie, if you can go ahead and position, you will have your tank in the north always, your healer in the south always, like relative south, and then DPS if you want to fan out on the outside. So on Alpha side, you'll be over on the left, and or the west side, I guess technically, and on the Charlie side, you will be fanned out on the east. And if you were on page 3 of that raid plan, you can see exactly how they fan out for that. So this fanning out position is for any time I call for a spread. You always want to be on this west side, or sorry, the outside, I should say, because it's different depending on what side you're on. So spread, make sure you're not cleaving each other. Tank north, healer south, and then the DPS on the outside here. For partner stacks, for the spread mechanic, if you don't know what that looks like on the boss, her entire body will glow, like a giant orb technically over her whole body. If you just see her body glowing, that is the spread indicator that it's coming. And then for partner stacks, the way it works is she'll target the 3 closest players to her with a shared damage attack that has to be shared by 2 people. And so for that, we just have the tanks and the healers and one of the DPS from the west side. you guys are just gonna step in a little bit, and your partners are gonna basically stand behind you. So, for example, Lenora being my partner, they would just stand behind me. Yosh, you are behind Azim, and then Bomage, if you want to be the DPS that stands closer, you can stand there, and your partner will just be behind you. And this will allow people to not like accidentally double bait more than one mechanic on them, and it just makes it super easy. So this is your partner position. And again, that raid plan will show you exactly how you're doing that, whether you're on the east or the west side, whether it's stack or spread, whatever. Now, the difficulty here is that the boss can do her half-room cleaves completely random, so it could be left-left, or it could be left-right, or right-left, or right-right, and then like the stack and spread will be between them or at the end of those half-room cleaves. So you literally just have to watch the mini-boss, have to see how the glow is happening, and then adjust and dodge or spread, whatever, as she shows you. The towers are also appearing during this time, and the way the timing works out is the towers will always be taken after you do all of the mini bosses mechanics. So you have to finish doing her left and right cleave and all that stuff, the stack or spread, before you take the towers. Now, if the towers spawn north and south, you're basically just going to have a split group where the way that partners are already lined up here, and then basically Mia and Aton, you guys will have to just go one of you north, one of you south. And then if it so happens that the towers instead spawn east and west from our default like north and south groups, we're just going to rotate clockwise. So if you were in the south group, normally you're just going to come west, and if you're in the north, you're going to go to the east. Does that make sense? All of this is literally just pure memorization of like remembering where to go, remembering where your spread position is, where your partner stack is, and then literally looking at your mini boss and then dodging whatever she shows you that she's gonna do. Yes, so it's not a cone attack that's attacking you for the spread. It's literally just a line. So you can be like fanned out and like away from each other. You don't have to worry about like the angle as much. As long as you are separated, you should be fine. The only important like actual body positioning that matters is for the partner stacks, because we do need those 3 people closer so that we don't get overlaps. Okay, now for group 2 or group middle, whatever, you guys will have towers that you need to stand in to soak as well. And you want to do that on your own separate tile. You do not want to buddy up on tiles. So this whole time that you're in the middle, you are only on one tile ever. Or at a time, I guess I should say, not ever. But you don't want to have more than one person on a tile, because you will kill each other doing that. So if you go to page 4, you can see where you got, sorry, my voice just squeaked for some reason. You can see how you guys do your towers there while also being on your separate tile at the same time. So, I guess immediately after this, there's like she can either do like a donut attack or a cross attack, and we dodge. I'm not gonna explain past that basically for now until we see it, because there's gonna be a big learning curve for Alliance A and C to handle the mini bosses mechanics properly, because it is random. But does anyone have questions of anything I've said so far? I know that was a lot, but at least how to recognize what the mini boss is throwing at you, where to go, all that. Okay, if there are no questions, here, let's do a ready check. And if you're ready to just go in and practice, this is probably like the biggest wall right now.
I have one minor question. Is
Yeah,
there a
of course.
lot of damage going out during phase 2?
Yes, okay,
yeah.
so the very
Okay.
beginning, we'll put up that bleed. So that is nasty just from the get-go. She's gonna do an AoE blast before the mini bosses start doing their garbage. So just be ready for another AoE blast. And it's kind of around the time like the bleed is ending, so that's a lot of damage. There's a lot of damage on the tanks. Oh, also,
the mini bosses hit like a truck.
yeah, I don't know if I said this or if anyone else said this, but the tanks in the middle, please provoke the boss, like the big boss, when you get there, so that we don't get extra auto attacks on the outside. And outside of that, it's not too bad, like outside of those big AoE blasts, but tank damage is pretty bad. And
then does the
those big AoEs.
off healer of A and C, do they watch their little P refugee
I
in the
do,
south?
as
Okay.
the off healer,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
The bee refugee.
Oh, not wrong.
Another thing is, you know how like EX3 has like a second set of markers for like later?
Yep. We'll
PF
have that
does
eventually.
Well, PF does have new markers if we wanted to put them up, like, because this first set of markers really only tells you like where the flares go.
Yeah, of course. Do you want to slap them down and then I can copy them for later?
It's these
Is this it?
ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll use the flare markers for now just because we don't understand
Wait, put
those
him
other...
back. I was
Oh,
trying
sorry.
to steal him.
Here you go, steal him.
Sorry.
Alright, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah,
Refugee.
PF no longer uses these ones.
Okay, yeah, that's good to know. Alright, let's go ahead and practice. We'll probably wipe in phase 1 anyway.
Food up if yours expired. I double food, so mine's good.
I don't usually because it negates the SC buff, but since I relogged, my food buff went away.
Yeah, that's what happened to me.
Did I just? I did. 2 side, 2, 2, 2, right. One. Big airy blast. Alright, tank autos are starting. First round of tethers is palm forward. If you are actively tethered, you're dodging forward later. This round of tethers is backhand. If you are currently tethered, you will be dodging backwards. Here come laser beams. Get ready for first big mechanic. It will be flares. It will be flares. Be ready. Once it is safe, run to your flare corner. If you are not actively flared, go to the thing. Yep. Alright, healer stacks. Ooh, lots of damage there. Looks like we had some flare whoopsies. Away from the boss. Away. Hands. We're saving arrow for later.
Pressing D.
Next set of hands. I don't have a Soulcast. Look
I
away
have,
from.
light speed.
One side. One. Use your knockback immunity here. Knockback immunity. She will do a knockback. Get out of the middle. Out of the middle. Laser beams. I can get blitz. That's unfortunate. Next round of hands. Get it out of the middle and into a corner. This is a... Oh my god, it interrupted my res! I hate this game sometimes.
Yeah.
Alright, AoE blast.
Come on, Az.
We are probably gonna wipe here before we're all
That's alright. We
very-
should probably reset anyway.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just gonna jump. Oh, there's no platform to jump off of. Ah!
Just stay in the orange.
Losing my voice slowly. I can feel it. It's because I said that we were ripe in phase 1. I manifested it.
What's happening with Antonio?
Oh, he likes to ban himself, not ban himself, but like purge himself. He's got a command for it.
I'm like, he blamed me for that. I was like, I didn't do that to you.
Oh yeah, if you need a repair, you can use it on me if you need.
Antonio, it tells us what mod bans you, and it shows us not either of us.
One side, one. Away. AoE blast, followed by phase 1. Thank you for watching those, Vegas. This is palm, front hand. If you are currently tethered, you'll be dodging forward. This is backhand. If you're currently tethered right now, you will be dodging to the back. Laser beams coming. Get ready for first mechanic. It will be flares. Once it's safe, go to your flare corners. Otherwise, head to the boss. I don't know why I always do that. Get ready for healer stacks immediately after. Healer stacks. And get to the or the 2 side, the right side, right side. First set of hands. We are storing death for later. Next set of hands. Look away from the boss, look away from the eyeballs. One side, one, left. Use your knockback immunity here. Knockback immunity. This will be death. Get away from the center. Wait for the circle to go away and then move in to avoid the donut.
I walked right into it.
Lasers. Next set of hands. Knockback. Get out of the middle. Put your butt to a corner. Out of the middle. We can recover from that. I'm gonna slow rise on Anton.
I got
Or
him.
Atto.
I got
Okay.
saved.
As soon as you can make your way over to your assigned position, please go. Get ready for big heals here. This is the one with the bleed. As soon as the Atmos are available, please kill them. Did I just Art of War? Nothing? I did. Another AoE blast incoming right here. Alright. Groups on the sides are checking. Oh my god, what?
Wow.
I think C didn't have their ad, so
Oh, the ad. Got it. Yep. Please, please, please.
I have never seen that before.
Yeah, me neither. Well, maybe at the beginning.
I do have Nocturnal for that second AoE, just not the first transition one.
That's fine. Phase 1 was good too. Even with deaths, we recovered well. Yeah, if there's death or if there's questions, let us know.
The person who needed a repair got repaired before we pulled last.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, just did it now. You don't want to jinx it. This fight will fuck you up in ways. In any way that it can, it will find a way. Okay. How tough is it compared to other savages? I would give it like 3rd to 4th raid fights savage difficulty. Not so much like the 1st or 2nd. I think it's a really good difficulty for a 24-man. It's super fun. Away from the boss. Like, it's not, the mechanics aren't difficult, but they do happen very quickly, and they can be unforgivable. Like, there are points where it's very difficult to recover. But I think it's manageable. Like, it's reasonable, you know? Like, I don't think it's out of reach for anyone, really. Alright, AoE blast here. Phase 1 starting. This is backhand. If you're actively tethered, you will be dodging to the back. This is front hand. If you're currently tethered, you will be dodging forward. Laser beams. Get ready for first big mechanic. It will be flares. Remember to wait until it's safe to run to your corner. You can go now. This will be healer stacks immediately after. Go ahead and get ready or set up for that. One, left side. Sorry, that was kind of late call. First round of hands. Next round of hands. Look away from boss, look away from eyeballs.
What?
One side, one side, one side. Use your knockback immunity. Knockback immunity here. Knockback. Was that all of you stepping into the middle?
Yep.
Yeah. I used to die like that all the time. Oopsies. Out of the middle, out of the middle, out of the middle. I'll get up, Anton. Look at you. Slow mage.
Dead, though.
Oh yeah, okay. We can reset. See what I mean? We had like those really good runs where we saw phase 2 perfectly, and now we got some phase 1 wipes going.
If it helps,
It's gonna happen.
Even on a clear run, like
TJ!
I joined an enraged party when I got
Thank
my
you
clear,
for the
and
raid.
The first 2 pulls were wipes in phase 1.
Thank you, thank you. Hi, Zeris.
Snowball effect.
Might need it AFK after this poll.
Okay.
Away. Asura, I also have AT&T Fiber, and I am not lagging, so
Well, maybe
Not
I thought
sure.
you meant that like mouse game.
This is front, and if you are tethered right now, you're dodging forward. This is backhand. If you are currently tethered, you will be dodging back. Get ready for laser beams. Get ready for first major mechanic after. It is knockback. Get out of the middle, put your butt to a corner, knockback. Okay. First round of hands. We are storing death for later. After this, get ready for wild charges on tanks. You can start separating a bit. Let the tanks go in the front, everyone else behind them. Next round of hands. It got me. I can res. Whoopsies! This is 2. Get to number 2. 2, 2, 2, 2. Use your knockback immunity here. Knockback immunity. Get out of the circle. Once it disappears, go in. Got Swift. Flares are incoming. Get ready. You've got a flare on you. Get to your corner. Everyone else under the boss. Last round of hands. Big AoE. If you're rezzing, be careful not to move until you are healed. Awesome. All right, get to your positions. Assign positions here. Get ready for that big AoE blast. Be sure to kill Atomos instantly, please. Sheesh. AoE blast here again. Alright, groups on the side are getting ready for the nonsense. We can stay on this side, on the outside here on our side. And this is partner stacks. So you can actually go into your partner positions immediately. Lenora right behind me. Beautiful. Yeah, just stay like this the whole time. Alright, do your tower sync, tower blah blah things. Oh, so good. Alright, not bad. We can try to recover here as much as we can.
Most of
Don't worry,
C's,
Alliance C. Yeah, don't worry. So the boss mechanic will be next, whether it's the donut attack or the lines. This is lines, so everyone get to the round part. Oops, I got auto-attacked. This is where you kind of want to get out of like the cross and get into like the intercardinal areas. Another round of Atmos spawn here, so again, kill them immediately. And then this is where we start to see brambles come up on people, but I think I won't explain that yet until we, again, get through that first part cleanly.
Did we tell people that if they are on a tile and they die, they can just go into an Atmos circle to teleport back to the tiles?
I think someone did type it out earlier. But say you are a middle person and you die and get rezzed on the outside, you can definitely, the Atmos when they die drop a puddle. If you step into that puddle, you're gonna get like the little debuff that punts you forward or whatever, and you can use that to kind of like point yourself back into the middle and get teleported into the middle there. How do you get to the round part? From the edges, from the east-west, you basically just run. It's connected, so directly east and west, from the inside. You are basically running to like the intercardinal kind of corner-ish area, right? Yeah, our side was very good on the mini-boss. They're talking about, so if the boss is doing the cross attack, you can kind of see the lines telegraph before the attack goes off, and as long as you're like outside of that like cross attack itself. Hold on, I think the Ray plan also has a thing. Let me find it, one sec. Yeah, page 6. So if you look at page 6 for the inside people, that will show you exactly your position based on where you need to be on your tile and how to dodge it inside of the intercardinal corner safe spot. Hopefully that answers. Yeah, beautiful.
And
Okay.
page 5 for the other pattern.
Page 5 for donut, yeah. Yeah, so Lenora, as a melee, you don't honestly have to worry about the Atmos, because the range can handle and kill it quickly. And I would prefer you to be closer so that you're not missing heals, because it's way more dangerous to miss heals and die there than it is to worry about the Atmos that, you know, takes half a second longer to kill because you're not there. Yes, be greedy, stay with us.
Did you have baby aggro or no?
I did, but Braddock took care of it, it looks like. And she seems okay now, so I think I'm good. 5 minutes on your potatoes. Okay, let's wipe in 5 minutes.
I mean, the whole thing's only 10 minutes, isn't it?
I thought it was 13. No, that's like 3.
I'd have to look at my clear. I don't. It felt shorter than
Oh,
the
humble
Savage
brag! I've
Fight
got a
for some
clear.
reason.
Oh
my god, that's what I meant. Oh.
One side, one. How's the game going? It's going. We're having fun. Two side, two.
You call it
It's
clear,
enjoyable.
I call it research.
Yeah. This is front. If you're currently tethered, you're dodging forward. This is back. If this is your tether, you will be dodging back at the end of the timer. Dodging laser beams next. Get ready for our first big mechanic after. It is pull in, get to a corner, and get out of the middle. Don't get sucked in. Once that circle disappears, you can move in to avoid the donut. Hands. Whoop! Oh, what? Oh, that's bullshit. I thought, was I front hand? Oh, I was definitely front hand. Hello, game? What the fuck? Oh! It did the same thing. I'm so mad. Sorry. Yes, thank you for that call out. Sorry for...
You said let's wipe in 5 minutes.
I did say let's wipe in 5 minutes,
Go
but
get your
not like this.
potatoes.
Hmm. Hey, for some people, that's 5 minutes, okay? We don't shame.
11 minutes on the dot was my clear time.
Was that seeing an in range? Is there an in range
oh,
in
no,
this
we
fight?
killed like, so like phase like quote unquote 3 is the repeat of 1, and we killed like shortly after she did like the first big round of mechanics. Like we were doing like the like hand with a knockback again, and that's when we killed it.
Here, let me AFK right here. I'll be right back as well.
Should we reset them?
Oh yeah, we can. We can just exit. And if anyone needs to go,
5-minute
feel
break to potty
free.
and stuff.
Yeah. Don't feel pressured either way, but if you want to keep going. I have about 50 minutes left, so until midnight Eastern. As long as I don't lose power, lol. But yeah, I expect to go at least until then. If you want to stick around, if you have to go, that's cool too. But I am gonna AFK, so I'll be right back. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Did we lose anyone?
We lost
A
3.
couple? Okay. Put us into Party Finder. If anyone is interested in popping in for the 50 minutes that we have left. Yeah, oh, Torty, did you want to come in? I wasn't sure if you were in already or not. Like if you made it. The Ohio State University one, damn it. Oh man, so it's gonna be Notre Dame against Ohio State. Literally like the two, oh. Well, honestly, I kind of hope Notre Dame wins. That would be cool. But also fuck them. Alright, Party Finder. I'm gonna put it as private for now, and then if we don't fill up, we can go ahead and open it up quickly. At least it's not Bama. Have you seen them play this year? It would be insane if it was Bama. I forgot about Zora, honestly. He did say that he was potentially coming Friday, and I completely forgot that he existed. Next time, don't worry. I'm reading through my things. Vandy owns the state of Alabama. Yep. Forever, honestly. Yeah, no worries. Alright, I'm gonna open this up because we're gonna be waiting a while, I think, otherwise. But yeah, super fun, nonetheless. If any of the people that were in the group are in chat, and I didn't say bye, thank you for coming. Oh, did we? Is there a new PvP? I still have to get this. Perhaps we will do some PvP at some point. I forgot that I was still so far away. I think the death counter is a little off. Hasn't been updated in many years. Oh, hello. So I know some people are still AFK, but I will do a ready check just to kind of gauge who's here. B is really good. Really easy. I'll link you the red plan. Okay, when Faye is back, then we can start again. Midnight. So 45 minutes. Midnight Eastern. Which I guess we're both Eastern. Hey, is the battle pass for season 1 in Rivals, is it the same size as the season 0 one? Or was season 0 slightly smaller because of season 0? How go the runs? Pretty I tried to say fun and good at the same time and almost said fud, kind of, fud. Yeah, I don't even know. But it's been fun, it's good.
Mrs. Hungry.
Yes. Oh, hold on.
Food.
Lily might be waking up again. I'm watching her like crawl away on the baby monitor. Yeah, I'll be right back. One second. Okay. I have returned. Alright, let's see if he stays asleep. Too much running up and down.
I think I was zoning. I'm ready.
We're looking, or we're waiting on Sid. Hi, Nix. Awesome. Okay, let's go in. Does anyone that just joined us need a phase 1 explanation? Or is it more just like figuring out where your positions are?
Remember to refood.
Okay. It looks like people generally know. Alright, if there's anyone lost or confused, just let me know. Ask questions, whatever. Otherwise, I think we can just start pulling and then see what messes us up or whatever and go from there. Oh, if you wanted to mark up your healers, you can do that at some point. One side, one. Away from the boss. AoE blast and phase 1 start. Tanks, make sure you check on your off-tank stacks. Invoke when necessary. This is front hand. If you're currently tethered, you will be dodging forward at the end of your timer. If this is your tether, this is backhand. You're going to be dodging to the back at the end of your timer. Dodging laser beams here. Getting ready for first mechanic after this. It will be flares. Wait for it to be safe before you run. Okay, everyone to your corners. If you don't have a flare, you are running under the boss. Healer stacks are next. Find your healer, split up. And run to the 2 side. Two side. First set of hands, go ahead and handle that. Stacking knockback for later.
Oh.
Next round of hands. Next round of hands. Sorry, I didn't call that out. My bad. Run to the 2 side again. Use your knockback immunity here if you have it. Knockback immunity, a knockback is coming. Get out of the middle. Okay, more laser beams. Dodging just as normal. Next round of hands. Away from the middle, away from the middle. When that circle disappears, go in to avoid the donut. Bullshit! Slow mage on. Slow mage on slow mage. Poor mage. Alright, try to recover here if you can. Head to your spot so at least you know where everyone is going. Reminder to instantly kill those Atmos. That is so lame. Oops, I did it again. Let's see if I can res. Poor Alliance B is dead. Alright, just keep an eye on your mini ad and see if we can at least identify what is happening, even if we can't really do the mechanics. On the west side here, it's almost the same as last time, except it's spread instead of partners this time. And because this is the safe side, we can instantly spread and just hang out there. And then we do towers. And then we can watch the boss. Never mind, we're dead. Okay, not bad. Any questions that we have arisen from that way? If not, we can go ahead and just start again. Yeah. What healers are missing? Is it Group B that's not? Beautiful. Okay. One side. One. Two side. Two. Right side. You can nix if if that's what you like, but there are people that will run learning groups like myself, with people joining without any knowledge prior to coming in. So it really depends on like what types of groups and stuff you find. But you can. But I honestly feel like this type of fight is very good at just you need to practice. This is front hands. If you're currently tethered, you're dodging forward. Because in theory the mechanics are easy, it's just the way how quickly it is. Backhands, you will be dodging back if you're currently tethered. How quickly the mechanics happen is what it needs to be practiced more so than like the theory behind the mechanics. Dodging lasers and getting ready for that first big mechanic. Flares. Go ahead and go when it's safe. Everyone else underneath the boss. After this will be healer stacks. Healer stacks now. Away from the boss. Away. Everyone get away towards Bravo. First set of hands. I think I was front, right? I hope I was front. Stacking or saving arrow for later. Next set of hands. Next set of hands. Look away from the boss, look away from eyeballs. Look away. One side, one, left. Use your knockback immunity here. Knockback immunity right here. This will be a knockback. Stay out of the middle, Dodging laser beams. Last set of hands. I can res. Out of the middle, get pulled in. Go to the corner and get pulled in. Watch the circle. And move into the circle once it disappears. Okay, very good. Big AoE blast. We are going in healthy. Just keep healing through here. Alright, everyone can start making their way over to their assigned positions. Get ready for a big AoE blast with the bleed to start off with. Then we are killing Atmos. And getting into position. Okay, east and west sides are looking at their ads and dodging as necessary. Middle, you guys are doing your thing. Trying not to fall asleep with your lack of mechanics over there. Alrighty. We have partners on west side. Partners. Stay on this left side here. And then towers. Towers. Okay, no worries. We can survive through all this. We're looking at the boss next for either donut or cross attack. It is donut. Everyone get close to the boss, as close to the boss as you can. Alright, you will notice some brambles over your head. Oh, kill Atmos. Kill the Atmos. All right, so you'll notice a debuff on you if when you run out of time you explode and vomit in front of you. You want to point those away when the timers run out. These purple orbs on your head are brambles. You will be dropping these on the platform, and where you drop will be the bramble patch. If you don't know what that means yet, don't worry about it. Just use your eyes to kind of see what things look like. Next round of vomiting is happening. Also, I totally forgot to call out the boss mechanic. You'll notice the vomiting laser beams are very wide.
On the platforms, come close to your party. We're baiting as well. A north group. Okay, runaway blitz. And then C-tank, go up a tile. Okay, you're good. Come back.
That is one way to break your tether, by running off the platform. Alright, that was very good prog. We did have some whoopsies on the Charlie side, I think, from the dodging and all that. I think we had a tower explode, but I saw that you had some dead people, so that's okay. Yes, you do need to... So the brambles will bait onto people that are closest to the puddles, and then you have to break... You have to run pretty far, honestly, to break them, but that is all in the... If you look at the raid plan, you can see the further pages. But before we talk about that, let's make sure that we're at least all on the same page for the very first part there. Does Group C or whatever the deaths were there, do you guys know what happened to you? As long as you're aware of what killed you and how you can avoid it next time. That's all that matters, because I know like the theory behind the left, right, and the partner and spread is relatively easy. It's just putting it into place. Yep, we can line up again for sure. Give me a second. Do you want to do the spread lineup or the partners? Okay, let's do spread first. So reminder, Alpha and Charlie, we are spreading on the outside of our respective sides. So as long as everyone knows where they need to be, so you're not clipping each other, that's good. Alpha looks good. Is Charlie okay on that side? You look good. All right, and now let's pretend we're doing partners instead. Okay, hopefully that clears that up. Do the towers spawn in the same orientation on both sides? I think they do, but I'm not sure if that's actually accurate.
Remember with partners to just leave a little room for Heidelin.
Okay. Yeah, so when you do the partner stacks, ideally the tank healer and then just like your assigned DPS from the east side step in to be on the hitbox, and then the partner is just a couple steps behind them. That specific mechanic, the partner mechanic, will bait on the 3 closest players, so you don't want your partner to be too close, like breathing down your neck, because then you will accidentally bait 2 on top of you instead of just 1. Feel like you don't know anything. You tried guides, never used Raid Planner. So the Raid Planner is literally just like a PowerPoint presentation of each step of the phase, of the fight rather. So if you see it linked in Party Finders and stuff, you can copy it from there and like look at it ahead before you join groups. I think for the most part, again, I haven't really joined random Party Finders, so I don't know how accurate this is, and I don't know how accurate it is across data centers, but I think everyone is using this raid plan. Like, that seems to be the one, like the ubiquitous or somewhat ubiquitous one. And you're always welcome to join our group, because we are specifically like teaching people to do it from brand new, no experience. So if you want a more like safer space to learn, you can absolutely join with us if you want. Okay, any other questions or any other positions that we need to sort out? So so the towers can either spawn north-south or east-west, at least for us, Alpha and Charlie. And the north-south positions should kind of be like the default, and then we're just rotating clockwise if it is east-west. That's kind of like the theory we're following or whatever, in case we do have to adjust. Oh, on the tiles? I see. Do you guys have different patterns for that? I've never been in the middle myself, so I kind of just rely on the raid plan to tell me what's up with that. Or Yuna, I guess, but...
Sorry, Jaina was asking me a question.
No
so
problem.
basically, yeah, they can be a north-south or an east-west. And the prio is like, if it's like a north-south, then the tank has to move up to here to get this tower. And then the healer and the DPS usually does the 2-man, unless the 2-man is the north tower, then the healer moves into the middle tile. It depends, like it does have different patterns. But yeah, the movement is tank, healer, DPS. Usually DPS doesn't have to do any movement. A tower usually spawns closest enough. Unless the tower falls on me, then the DPS can move up once, but yeah.
Okay, let's do ready check and see if we can go into practice some more, or if people need more clarification.
Yeah, I can repost that link. That second link is you kind of put what your job is and it'll tell you exactly where to go for phase 2 if you need it.
Did you guys see, so Yuna linked this thing on me, or to me on Twitter from a FC basement where they put basically the platform of this fight, like the phase 2 platform, they built it in the housing thing just to practice. And I was like, oh my gosh. If you're at that point where you're practicing in the basement of your FC house, like, oh no. 2 side, 2, right side. But it was pretty cute. That's literally like what The Sims do, right? But you're using in-game tools to do the same thing as The Sim. Where do you draw the line, Yoshi P? We have a DC. Oh, maybe not. I might just be lagging. AoE blast, by the way. Alright, phase 1 is starting. Let's do it. This is backhand. If you are currently tethered, you will be dodging back when the timer is gone or done. This is front hand. If you're actively tethered, this is your tell that you will be dodging forward. Laser beams. Get ready for first big mechanic after this as well. It is knockback. Get away from the middle. Put your butt to a corner. Away from the middle. Storing death for later. First hands. Get ready for wild charge. Start getting into that position. You want your tanks in front of your group. Help group Bravo if you can with some heals because they are down a person. Just whatever you can do. Nice work.
Jeez.
Hands. We are dodging lasers again, same as before. After these laser beams, we're gonna have to go either 1 or 2, but go only when it is safe from lasers. We will be going to 2 side. When it is safe, use your knockback immunity here. Knockback immunity now. This is death. Stay out of the middle. Stay out of the middle. When the circle disappears, go into the middle. Flares are incoming. Flares go to your corners. Everyone else in the middle, right under the boss's chin. Last round of hands. Don't remember what I was. Big AoE blast here. Alright, going in healthy. Everyone can run to their assigned positions and get ready for the next big AoE blast. This one has a bleed. It hurts. Be ready. Kill your Atomos as soon as possible. Another AoE blast here. It's disgusting. Alright, paying attention. This is partners. We can actually get into partners right now, but on this side. After partners, go to the other side. For us, at least. And then towers. Towers now. Alright, not bad. Looking at the boss mechanic next. This is get to the outside. Cross attack. Just careful with that puddle because it will teleport you forward. Kill Atmos. If you're vomiting, look away outside. Okay. Brambles. Oh, I guess we didn't talk about where to drop
Blitz,
these.
Move up, Blitz, and move. We were cursed in the south. That never happens, by the way.
This is donut attack on the boss. So see how we dropped kind of like in a line here? That's obviously not fun. We need a little path. But I think we also got messed up. No, there should not be 3, yeah. But we can actually start talking about where to place these now that we've seen it a little bit slightly more consistent. So, I guess we're dying here. This scramble is perfect on our side, and we want the second one basically kind of to the north of it, mirrored-ish. I think we got the third one just because we had deaths from the middle or some other part of the platform, so we got an extra one. Or it probably just landed on the body that spawned here.
No. So what happened is we got mega cursed. The 2 that are on our side came both hit our DPS and our tank, so they both had to run up and they didn't have time because they didn't know.
So if we actually go to page 8, no, is that a good page? Page 7 is probably better. Because page 7 will show you exactly where to drop your brambles, depending on where you exist on the platform and where you are. It'll also show, if you'll notice, the timers for the vomiting, like the laser beam vomit. The very first one that goes off is like 5 seconds or 7 seconds or whatever when it first shows up on you. So you are almost like instantly vomiting. No worries. So I'm gonna add a call out for everyone to just kind of pay attention when that AoE blast goes off and everyone gets the debuff to like look at your timer. There's no extra indicator, I think. Like there's no countdown like there was for the hands for this. So you just have to be aware that you should just be facing outwards to vomit away from people. And then, so on the east-west, and then of course on the middle, I would say middle part probably has this a little harder for bramble positions or whatever, or like bramble plopping. Yeah. But east-west, so one in the north, one in the south, like that. You want to leave like a lane between them, obviously, so that we can run if it's donut or cross attack. We don't want, you know, patches in the way. And then the middle dudes, yeah, you guys have to. What was the adjustment? Is it tanks that go further?
Tanks will go first. Like for us, because Tokan and Blitz both had their markers, Blitz would have gone up to this one, and then Tokan would have gone up to this one.
So it's tanks, healers, then DPS is the
Yep.
priority or whatever? Yeah, okay. So basically what Yuna is talking about is if by chance, like the game hates you and you have brambles appear on 2 people in the south instead of 1 north, 1 south, or like 1 northeast, 1 southeast, for example, Like if they both happen to spawn on the south side, you have to kind of, because again, you can't overlap two people on a tile, you'll die. So you kind of have to give priority to people and their movement. And so tanks will go first, or further, if you will, healers and DPS. And then of course, if there isn't that issue where they all spawn, you know, nicely northwest, northeast, whatever, then you just run to your assigned tile and you are dropping, if you look at page 7 of that raid plan, you're dropping it on those tiles kind of closer towards the boss, I would say. Is that right? Does that matter as much?
They just hug like the inner, like, yeah, like the
inner side of the tile.
Yeah.
Does anyone have questions about where to drop brambles or the puddle, bramble, whatever? Or if you have questions about like what we're even talking about? Woo! Y-Fox, thank you very much for the raid. I appreciate you. I hope you had a good stream. Sorry, I didn't even hear it.
Random. It can be any role, any person.
You just have to know where to drop them. But as long as you have, like, if you keep this picture open, like on another monitor or like your phone or something, you can, like, you're dropping those in that configuration so that we can deal with them relatively easier. Well, deal with them appropriately when the time comes for tethers, like the actual brambles themselves. If you're melee DPS northwest, you would take it to see where the healer has it on their tile in the northwest in the inner circle. That's where you would go, Sid. And then for Xeris, if you both get it, you're putting on the southern spot, Ellen putting on the northern. Is Ellen your healer? Is that right? I don't know. DPS? You're the fake melee. And Xeris, are you tanking or are you are tanking? Oh, so Xeris, you would be running. Where are you coming from? You're on Bravo. So you're coming in from the top, is that right? So you would go further as the tank. You would be placing it where the range DPS is on the east side of the inner circle on page 7. And then your fake melee would be where the tank spot is. Doing what I was on it. Well, so that is just assuming that you as a tank get it. This is only, like, the weird positioning is only if you, Xeris, and your DPS from the same spot as you both get it. Because if that doesn't happen, then yes, you are following the page as it's shown. Like, if it's just you from the northeast that gets it, then yes, you are going to where that tile is showing you on page 7. Or where the tank tile is, right? Okay, yeah. I know, sometimes, I mean, like, raid plans are good for this, but they don't show, well, sometimes they try to show everything, but it gets confusing until you actually put it into practice. Okay, any other questions?
Do we want to say who baits them or no? Just dropping them?
I mean, I guess we could, but we're pulling, so. They, just be aware that they...
It.
No, we can pull, because we only have like 10 minutes left, so we might as well use it to practice. And we can just do like on the fly callouts once we get there. Two side, two, right. If you overlap them, so the negative about doing that is you're still needing a path to get away from the boss's attacks, like the cross attack or the circle attack. So you don't necessarily want them like overlapped in such a way that you can't move between those areas, if that makes sense. But if you're saying like, do they like explode or something if they're too close? I don't think they explode, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't think I've ever tried it or seen it done. So I don't know. That's a good question. We'll have to figure out. This is front hand. If you're actively tethered, front. You're dodging to the front. This is backhand. If you're currently tethered, you will be dodging back. Get ready for lasers. Get ready for first mechanic after this. It is knockback. Get out of the middle. Put your butt to a corner. Out of the middle. That tank privilege. First hand. Saving death for later. Wild charge, wild charge. Get behind your tanks here. Get ready for big heals. Next set of hands. I was backhand, right? Wow, that was a very fast Isuna. Laser beams. Slightly cursed on that side. Get ready to run to one of the numbers after this when it's safe. Run to 2. 2. Use your knockback immunity here. Knockback immunity. We will have death coming up. Death. Stay out of the middle. Avoid that circle and move in when it disappears. Next round of hands. Flares are incoming. Flares. If you have a flare, run to the corner. If you have nothing, be in the middle. Next round of hands. Big AoE blast. Looking good so far. Very well done. Alright, we can start heading over to our assigned positions. What the fuck happened to my thing? Kill Atmos, please. Big AoE blast coming up. It like my thing got eaten. Alright, checking mini bosses. Okay, we are spread on our side. We can immediately spread on that side. After the spread, we are doing towers. Remember, it's clockwise. Clockwise now. Ooh, missed more than one tower there. That's okay. How is Group C? Lots of deaths I saw. Anything we can help with? Oh, B was fully dead too?
Yeah, C looked fine.
Okay.
That one. I think we had it.
That's awesome. So B just had a little oopsie whoopsies. Okay, let's pull again because we probably only have a couple pulls before I personally need to go. Two side, 2, right side. One side, one. Oh, I just realized we're using the new markers. I was like, what's missing here? Something feels different. Alright, AoE blast with a bleed. Phase 1 start. This is front hand. If you are actively tethered, you are dodging forward. This is backhand. If you are currently tethered, you will be dodging back. Get ready for laser beams. And get ready for first major mechanic. It is pull in. Go to a corner, avoid the center, and after the center circle goes away, move in to avoid the donut. Waiting and go in. Beautiful. First set hands. Saving death for later. Get ready for wild charges. Split up. Behind your tanks. Next round of hands. More laser beams from the edges. After the end of these laser beams, we're gonna run to one of our hands. Be ready. When it's safe, run to number 2. Number 2, when it's safe. Use your knockback immunity here. Knockback immunity, if you have it. It will be death. Stay out of the middle. Avoid that circle. Once it goes away, go in to avoid the donut. After this, handle your hands. Flares to the corners, everyone else in the middle. Last round of hands. Alright, very good. Going in healthy. Big AoE blast here. Alright, let's head to our assigned positions. Kill Atmos. Alright, get ready for your specific sides. Big AoE blast here. Alright, watching your mini boss. This is spread for us. We can go ahead and spread immediately. North-south towers on our end. Alright, towers now. Ooh, slight overlap. It's okay, we can survive this. Watching the boss for donut or thingy. Cross attack. It's a cross attack. Get away. Kill the Atmos. Watch your vomit debuffs. If you are vomiting immediately, please look away. She'll come back eventually, right? Right?
What the hell is this bitch doing?
All right, drop your brambles.
Good job, B. Good job, B.
Yep, brambles on our side look great. This is donut. Get close to the boss. Close to the boss. Close to the boss. Close, 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 close. And this is where we would bait, but yeah, we're not prepared. Really good prog though.
B, we do like the same as like the cross. We bait like the cross. Alright, so it's gonna be us splits. Oh no, it's both of us. It fucked up. It's okay. It's okay.
Can also interrupt mini boss here if we had alive people. Alright, super good prog though. That was really good. I feel like the mini boss mechanics are very clean now. Bramble placement was really good too. I didn't see the east side, but I assume you guys did okay. I hate how big she is that I can't see that side. That annoys me. Alright, my friends. I probably don't have time for another poll, but I highly appreciate everyone coming. Super fun. Very good prog.
When are we doing it again?
I don't know. Let me think. Maybe I need to figure out what day we want to play like a Marvel Rivals, but outside of that, any of those days. On the weekdays sometime. Maybe Monday, maybe Tuesday. Maybe, I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. But you are all welcome to come back for whenever. If I do it, it's usually weekdays at 9 p.m. Just as a heads up if you are interested. You can also look for me in Party Finder because I'll put it there. But I appreciate everyone coming. Thank you for hanging out. Good prog. And hopefully we see you again soon. And if not, good luck on your clears. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Have a good night, everyone. Okay, so When should we do this next? I mean, we can do it literally any of the days. I don't care. So Elk said Monday does not work for him for Marvel. So let's cross off Monday as Marvel. And Tuesday, I don't really want to do Marvel on Tuesdays because that's usually like when... Or actually, I don't know, because I know people like have raid stuff on Tuesdays usually, right? Or like group stuff. Don't apologize, Elk. So Tuesday, I'm inclined to not do it, or maybe do like other university stuff. Like we could do EX3 or whatever, like non-chaotic things that require less people. Wednesday might be a good day for it, because that's what we did last week, right? And it worked out really well, or decently. Thursday is also a good day. I don't know. So what if we did... Okay, I'm gonna say next MTQniversity for chaotic. Let's try for Monday. We'll see if we can do it Monday. Because I think that's a decent day for chaotic. Or at least Party Finder chaotic, right? Because I feel like it's like the end of the week. Okay, so we'll, excuse me. We'll go again on Monday. If you are interested in joining. So 9 p.m. Eastern on Monday, which is GMT -5. We'll go, that's when I start stream, so we won't immediately start at 9. That's like when I sit and tap and yap and fucking forget to put up Party Finder for like 30 minutes. But around that time, if you're interested, join stream then and I'll put up Party Finder. And yeah, we can go again. And again, there's no experience necessary. You saw how easy it was to teach phase 1 right there and to like catch everyone to our prog point, which is those brambles that you just saw at the end there. Outside of like the mini boss, I think that is like a wall kind of, once you get phase 1 down, and once you get that down, then it's like, you're kind of just progging the rest of it. I don't think there's like a considerable like giant, well, I don't know. I haven't seen the rest of height really, so there could be more walls, but it doesn't seem like it. We never well, we could still, it is still raining and snowing or whatever, snowing. It is still ice raining right now, so we could. It's gonna rain until 2 a.m., so we'll see how it goes. But it's supposed to be somewhat sunny tomorrow, so hopefully it just melts and we're fine. We'll see. But yeah, so don't be afraid. Like if you have no experience and you're like, oh, they're already progging phase 2, whatever, and I don't want to join because I'm scared. Don't be scared. The whole point of the group is that you can be scared, but you know, do it in a safe place. Like we're not gonna yell at you for dying to phase 1, because you see, we died to phase 1 even while progging like deep into phase 2, so you're gonna die to phase 1 no matter what. So not a big deal. Feel free, absolutely join. Of all the scary Party Finder groups, mine should be hopefully the least scary. I say that. I will kill you, so you should be afraid of that, but at least from a learning perspective, you should not be afraid to join. But yeah, feel free to join at any knowledge level. And if you have cleared and you have multiple, like many knowledges, you can also join and help out if you wanted to. That's cool too. So, see you back here for that on Monday. Yes. Yes. And then I guess the plan is to try to maybe do Marvel Rivals. If you guys want to do another community night for that on Wednesday. And then maybe on Tuesday we do like a non-chaotic MTQniversity if people want to do other fights or learn other fights. I only use you for your clear knowledge. Yes! That's right. No, I use you to increase the cuteness level of the group by, you know, like increase the average. Brained phase 2 of EX3. Oh, it's so good. It's such a good, like the way markers make it so easy. But yeah, we could do EX3 if people wanted to. That's fine too. I don't know if Azim needs more clears or if she's officially done, sick of it. Yeah, the way markers make it stupid easy. Like, stupid easy. But it's nice. They're nice. Someone yelling the color at you? Yeah. What's a clear? Okay, I will see you then. Have a really good weekend. Good luck with Snowpocalypse if you are in it. And stay warm and all that. Yeah, go read books. That's right. See you then. All right. Good night, friends. Bye.